Greetings brothers and welcome to another video. There was something I had in mind because it seems there are tons of people that use the similar phrase of I support 40k but not GW. And I just want to break this down of how silly that statement is and you are supporting GW one way or another. Another video I have covered which is similar to this topic is the 40k fans ruined what they loved. So you can check that out and know where I'm coming from. So, and before we get into that, ad time.
Come back here, you little fuck! You will watch this ad, and you're gonna fucking like it!
Welcome, brothers. If you want to support me, here are my platforms so your name will be in the Hall of Fame. Or you can join my social platforms like my Discord where I'm highly active. And finally, if you haven't done so, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Or if you hate me, leave a comment and a dislike. I know you skip this ad and you will get shot.
Heretic.
And let's get back to the video.
I support 40k but not GW.
Okay, it's already silly as it is because let's break this down. How are you not supporting GW? If you're playing a public game with your friend, if you're posting a video about 40k book in a positive light and making lore videos, that will get people invested into 40k, plus if they want to do something convenient, they will go and grab a box from the shelf and make an army or just collect novels. Because apparently 3D printing is hard for some people. Womp womp bitch. Sure, you can make the argument of, well, as long you tell them the bad side of things, which that may be true, but how often do 40k fans do that really? Most of the time, it's gonna be like this type of attitude of,
oh yeah, GW sucks and all, but I like playing 40k and I just love playing my Ultramarines and etc. It's just so good. You must play it with me as well. Like, aren't you excited? You should come to play some 40k with me, man. Don't worry, just spend about like 2k on a box and you're ready to play Combat Patrol. It's so good.
40k fans are like addicts with cognitive dissonance where they know it's bad, but they still do it anyways. Or it's just those people that would do anything for $5 no matter what and just remove their fucking dignity and respect for themselves. So at that point, it's not about supporting 40k and not GW, it's more of the angle of 40k fans not letting go of that hobby, or they are just addicted to it because that's the only thing they know. They only know 40k and 40k has been their life, and if 40k goes down, they will go down with it. A very good example is Call of Duty and Overwatch fans. They only play that game for their whole life, where it's just anathema to them to go and try other things, and if it's not something similar to COD or Overwatch, they're not gonna touch it. It must be this way or I don't like it. How about the mentality should be not supporting 40k, thus not supporting GW? Because for one, 40k's IP is GW's. So whenever you support 40k, you support GW either directly or indirectly. You could also ask me like, oh, what if I do a private game with my friends or talking about, 40k lore outside of the view of the public? Does that support GW? If you do a private game or have a private conversation about 40k lore that is old 40k, new 40k cringe, first off, then it's fine. Because for one, it is contained and you are not indirectly influencing other people to go or get GW products. In other words, you are not playing in GW's terms of 40k. Like, it's not that hard, and I know most of you fucks are lazy and about to give way more effort to comment in my video why you want to justify your actions of getting something quote-unquote convenient than to make an effort for yourself and have the same results but better. You and Varek should be butt buddies. Both of you can sprint just to go and watch or make a video about Space Marine 3 trailer and do a reaction on top of that with so much effort than to fucking exercise. I mean, get off my car before you flip it over, you fat fuck. And the funny part is, I go to other fucking IPs that I really enjoy, which is that Forever Winter, Project Morningstar, and 3D printing. As you can tell, I'm very fucking addicted to 3D printing. It's not fucking good. And also, when I'm finally released from the shackled limited time called real life work and being a responsible sibling, so I can come back and make some lore videos because I like it.
Release me!
Of course, there's another thing like, game-wise, I just mainly play boomer shooters, which I enjoy, specifically Ultra Kill. And as hard as it is, and most of the time I get my ass whooped, but it's pretty much fun. This is what I'm doing. I want to move to other stuff, and going to other stuff takes time. And especially if you're new to something and you have to learn it from scratch, well, it's gonna take a fucking bit, doesn't it? Plus, there is nothing here where I support 40k, thus I support GW. Sure, there are some positive stuff where I have to give credit where credit is due. I can't fucking lie. If there's a model that looks good, then it looks good. But still, I am not going to go buy the model. So that comment you are going to make like,
Well, if you don't support 40k, then why are you making 40k videos?
because people like you are so stupid and dumb, and that I needed to show to the world who have a higher testosterone and higher IQ intelligence to understand that 40k is not worth getting into. You don't want to go down to their IQ level because they'll beat you by experience. So, those who are a little bit more intelligent and all that, choose wisely, and you're better off not doing 40k and go to some other IP that will treat you much better. I've mentioned this in my previous video on a similar topic, but I'll bring it up here. So,
But does this mean you have to throw away all the 40k models and other stuff you've already bought?
I'll say this again. That is fucking dramatic, but no. The stuff you have is the stuff you can preserve and cherish the memories you have.
Behold, my stuff.
That is the one thing that GW can't take from you, and it's the time you enjoy, and it's the time you had fun with your friends and etc. And here's the thing. You don't have to spend any more time with GW and 40k when you can spend it on some other place where it deserves much more of your respect and time. And the last part, because I know some people are gonna be like this.
Well, if people go to the old 40k, they will enjoy 40k, thus they can support 40k and not GW.
For one, that is the most retarded thing I've ever heard, and let me give you a better way to do things. If you are able to have old codexes, novels that made 40k, at its peak back then sure, you can preserve it and have fun with it, since you don't have to pay for it, if you know what I mean, wink wink. But let's be realistic here though. Most people in 2025 are interested in the new things for the sake of new, not because it's good. Because the new things is where most people will move into, and that's where the most people will play and do their thing. It's the same thing like Call of Duty all over again. Oh, you leave the current game for about, 3 years, and it's most likely a dead game. Sure, you can play the campaign and say it's great for multiple reasons, but mainly, most people will just go to the new games because it's new, and most people will be gathered on that, not because it's good. Of course, there are other reasons that will model my point, but hopefully you get it. Once you understand this stuff, you can keep what you have, but you just don't buy any more GW products. You just move to other things that will give you much more enjoyment. On the other hand, you can preserve the old 40k and enjoy it, but it will never be as, as big as, current 40k, because sadly, despite the bandwagon fallacy, it's popular. Thus, to a certain extent, it's not supporting 40k and GW. And on the other hand, if you're playing a public game, making lore videos, and speaking things in a good light, then you're supporting 40k and GW, whether directly or indirectly. Now, this last part will be a little bit unscripted, but I will say this. I like 40k. I enjoy 40k. I love the universe. I love the Space Marines and all that. All this enjoyment and fun that I had back in 8th edition, I can't take that away from me. I sincerely enjoyed it. But it's not like I'm gonna be on my bed crying and then just move to a different IP and be like, motherfucker broke my heart. It's not like that shit. I just understand where the current stance of GW is. I know the situation of 40k, of how it's not so grimdark, and I understand these things. So I'll just move to a different hobby and different IP while I'm doing that. But at the same time, it does not stop me making fun of 40k fans. It doesn't stop me to come here and tell the truth of things where 40k fans just become so fucking angry over it, even though it's an objective fact. And that's why I always say to myself, I am not a 40k channel, because eventually, at some point, I'm gonna go do something else. Sure, I'm talking about 40k topics, but I have also brought up about Helldivers 2 videos. Does that make me a Helldivers 2 channel? Fuck no. I've brought up Forever Winter videos. Does that make me a Forever Winter channel? No. And I even brought up that one video, and hopefully I'll make more, Project Morningstar. Does that make me a Project Morningstar channel? Oh, and I also brought up Space King. Now you're gonna tell me that I'm a Space King channel? The way I see things, I'm just a dude that likes to say shit as it is and piss people off. Because in the end, no matter how honest you are and you tell people the objective facts, People are just emotional. They will just see at this guy called Nellop and they will start raging and they will just make any strawman fallacies they want to make because it just makes them feel better. There's no reasoning behind the unreasonable. Anyways, I'll leave this now at the end of the video. You can check them out on my socials like my Discord, or you can check out my donations. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, my brothers, and take care.
Rise up in the